check. Alright, so I don't know if that came over or not, but this is flight number 69, flying at the BMX track here in sunny Rayford, North Carolina. Turned out to be a beautiful night. We didn't think we were going to be able to fly because we had a front move through here earlier today, but turned out to be a beautiful night. Just perfect. Down there's Todd Scott showing us what he's got. Go Todd. Woo! Yeah, man. You know, I needed to do a video of the in-between, you know, from flight number 6 where I had my paramotor crash to now, flight 69. And it's been quite a journey. So, spoiler alert, man, was it worth it. I mean, it was well worth it. Just stuck with it, and where there's a will, there's a way. And I couldn't be happier. So, here are my thoughts. I had an accident, should I continue situation. I questioned whether or not I should continue in paramotoring. I have a background in aviation. I've got thousands of hours of giving instruction in fixed wing airplane. This is a completely different animal. In a good way. I mean, you're flying an airplane, okay, that's one thing. You ain't out in the elements. I mean, you got some steel between you and the elements. With the paramotor, you're out in it. And it's a beautiful thing. Some people pick it up a lot quicker than others. I probably am not one of those people. But I can tell you that if you stick with it and you find yourself a good instructor, and by good instructor, I mean someone that doesn't ask for all the payment up front unless they come highly recommended, or it's like a flight school, something along those lines that's been around for a while, has good feedback. Because you may find yourself in a situation where you pay the flight instructor, and after that, man, it can be hell to try to get on his schedule. So that's been my experience. What's up, bird? Kind of tool around this field here a little bit. Another thing is you can tell as a student whether the flight instructor, whether his heart's into it, whether he's, you know, really enjoying what he's doing, whether he's giving you his undivided attention, because, you know, this is all about safety, and this sport is as safe as you make it. So to find an instructor that, you know, is geared towards safety and really drives home the importance of doing things right and not trying to make a bad situation work out, man, that's worth its weight in gold. So anyways, that's my 2 cents worth on that. So after the 6th flight, well, it wasn't a flight, after the 6th launch attempt when I crashed, I went home, gave it some thought, went to sleep depressed, you know, because I was really excited about getting back into some form of aviation. Man, that's a beautiful sunset. I woke up the next day and I shared my thoughts on one of the local forums here in Raleigh, and got a lot of support and a lot of encouragement that, you know, things don't always go perfect, and that there wasn't anything wrong with me or my abilities. It's just sometimes things don't go right, you know, and sometimes there's some equipment that gets damaged. That's just the way it is. So with that in mind, I kept thinking about it, and man, I mean, once you get paramotoring in your head, that's all you think about, so warning. I kept going over in my head what I did wrong, and I know that not once during that launch did I look up and even know, I didn't know where the wing was. I couldn't tell you. And so I decided, if I'm going to get back into this thing, man, I'm going to kite. I'm going to know this wing inside and out. And that's just what I did. I found a big wide open space at a park. It was perfect for kiting. And I kited for hours and hours on end. I mean, I'd go to the park and I'd be there for 5 hours. I did over 70 hours of kiting before I did any more flight instruction. So after the 70 hours of kiting, I decided, you know, I think I'm going to check out Mr. Kylo Glee. He knows what's going on. You can tell he's confident. You can tell that he enjoys flying. And so I loaded up our old RV, started heading that direction, and man, we didn't even get out of town and the brakes failed on us. The next day, got the brakes taken care of. And we drove for about 5 hours and then the engine died. So that's as far as I got. I planned to go to Spring Hill, Louisiana. Didn't make it. Was really disappointed. But I came back and, hey, you know, since I paid my instructor already and I wanted to continue, I hooked back up with him and we got it done. You know, I got back in the air because that was my main concern. Man, I was left in such a state of failure for a long time that if I was gun shy in the beginning about giving it some power, man, oh man, what was I going to be like, you know, on the 7th attempt? But I did it, and the kiting helped like you would not believe. That is the secret to this sport, man. Get to know your wing. And kite it in all kinds of different, you know, wind conditions. Make sure you're using a harness because you can get dragged if you don't know what you're doing. Which, of course, I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning. I have to admit that, but I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did. So there you have it. This is now flight number 69. I'd do it all again if I had to, and. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video because I'm just going to tool around here. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful sunset.